Anargul. Nice to see that you sent us an essay. Very excited to see what you've written for us. Let's take a look. Okay. Given the fact that most prisoners, after serving their time in jail, become good people, it is often suggested that it is detrimental that prisoners talk to teenagers about the drawbacks of committing a crime. All right, I want to talk straight away about that before I continue with the paragraph. This doesn't really make sense because you say, given the fact that they become good people, and then you say it is suggested. What we expect to see is that it is beneficial because it follows the logic that when you assume or when you know that they're good, it makes sense for them to talk to teenagers. You didn't say that. You said that it's detrimental. So what you want here is something rather different. Maybe you could have said something like, okay, well, first of all, you could have said, given the fact that most people, after serving their time in jail, become good people, it is often suggested that it is beneficial for prisoners to talk to teenagers. All right, that would make sense. Or, it is widely believed that most prisoners, after serving their time in jail, become good people. However, it is suggested that it is detrimental for these prisoners to talk to teenagers about the drawbacks of committing a crime. Okay, so you can see both sentence examples make sense because they link these two ideas together more appropriately. Let's keep going. However, I strongly disagree with this point of view, as I believe that people who have seen a true punishment for a crime can make a valuable impact on the behavior of adolescents while also making a significant contribution to their perspective of jails. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's keep going. First of all, communicating with good people who spent their time behind bars without the expression is just behind bars, can make a valuable impact on teenagers. You just said valuable impact. Be careful. The reason it stands out is because it's not really an accurate collocation. We don't say that something is about valuable impact usually. We use other adjectives with impact. So it stood out to me when I saw it the first time, and then you did it again. So avoid doing that, okay? Even if it was correct, it would have told you to avoid doing it because you want to show that you have a range of vocabulary. You don't have to use the same expressions over and over. By sharing their experiences, past prisoners can convince minors to not do the crime. How about this? To not do the same. Okay, that would make more sense. It's more cohesive. Or you could have said, can convince minors not to commit crime. Okay, as it is more intimidating and horrendous than some of them might think. Most teenagers would suggest that a small crime like robbery would not contribute to their future anyhow. However, these people can convince them otherwise, showing real consequences that may appear after bad actions. For example, in many developing countries, punishment for a juvenile crime can reach up to 7 years behind bars. Again, no the. Furthermore, the time prisoners spend in jail is often romanticized, which therefore can lead to false expectations and more crime among adolescents. Juveniles may conceive the time in jail as isolation in one room for an extended period of time, while or whereas good citizens may, how about this? It's not just good citizens, but it's reformed prisoners or reformed ex-convicts. That would be better here. May prove them otherwise, showing the true reality of jail, such as constant bullying, physical harm, and mental illnesses. For instance, in Germany and many penal institutions, a lot of harm towards prisoners is accepted and used continuously. Okay. In conclusion, it is illogical to suggest that good past prisoners should not talk to teenagers about committing a crime, as the behavior of adolescents will improve, as well as the knowledge they develop. Careful, not as well as, and the knowledge they develop can change their perspective of jails. Okay. So I liked a lot of this. I think you did very well with a lot of it. There is one, well, I don't know how minor it is. There's one problem with this essay. You didn't include the task, but I want you to look at it and you'll see that the task says that it is believed they are the best people to talk to youngsters about crime. You didn't refer to whether they are, in fact, the best or not. You simply said that, you know what, they're a good solution, they're a good solution. The essay, though, is asking you to talk about something far more specific. By using this word best, they're essentially asking you to create a comparison. So they are best compared to whom? Okay, so those are things that you could explore here. And for me, it's one of the elements that separates a good essay from like a really good essay. Okay, so that's something I'd like you to think about. I thought a lot of your vocabulary was good. Yeah, there were a couple of little rough patches, but on the whole, I thought it was a well-written essay. I would definitely like to see what you're doing in other tasks. I would definitely like to guide you if we could in order to prepare. So again, you have a lot of the right ideas, but you do need to tweak this a little bit so you can get to the scores you're probably aiming to get. Okay? So I invite you to sign up for more essay corrections, or even if you would like the online course, which is very comprehensive. And that might help you since you've never taken IELTS before. So take a look at the different ways to work with us, and I hope you'll select to continue with us. So best of luck to you.